One thing I learned early on when I produced my first primetime television show is that right away you need to draw your audience into your story. That's because you want to keep them watching the rest of your show, given all the other options they have on television. And this is where a story hook comes in. A story hook is a creative way to instantly grab the attention of your audience. And as the name implies, it is a purposeful way designed to hook them in. And the deeper, the better with that hook. Now this same principle applies when you're sharing your founder's story. The hook in your case could be the opening line or the opening segment of your story that holds the audience immediately and completely. It's a way to open the door to your audience's mind so you can share your vision or idea within your story. You need to convince the audience of a number of different things as a founder, and a story hook is a powerful and rapid method to start this convincing process. Hi, I'm Lynn Grouch, founder of Storytelling for Entrepreneurs, where we help founders leverage the power of story to launch and grow their business. In addition to getting the attention of your audience, a great hook is important for a number of other reasons. The first has to do with time. You need to move quickly when it comes to getting your audiences to pay attention to your story. That's because you're competing for their mind share against 1,000 other demands in their life. A great hook can silence this noise or cause an audience to perk up in a matter of seconds with just a few words or even a single visual. As the famous advertising executive David Ogilvy once said, "When you advertise fire extinguishers, open with fire. That's because it immediately draws their attention to something dramatic that your offering could potentially solve." Having a hook such as this at the beginning of your story draws them in quickly, leveraging every second of your encounter in those critical first few moments of your story. Another powerful benefit of a stellar hook is that it connects to your audience and draws them into you even more. When you want that hook to move the audience in a certain way, to facilitate a genuine connection to you, your story, your message, or your offering, either because they find it interesting and intriguing, or they find it relatable and relevant to them. At the same time, a hook can also facilitate a connection because it's different, unusual, or even unexpected, and evokes an element of fascination with them, which is a powerful emotion in and of itself. Great story hooks are also a way to frame your story. Think of it as a way to set the story up and tell the audience what is going to happen as you draw them in. A teaser, if you will. If you can provide direction, context, and even credibility while simultaneously stimulating their curiosity, this is going to help avoid disappointment so they know what's going to happen and they want more of it. One benefit of a story hook that we often overlook is that it establishes a first impression with your audience, one that stays with them long after you're gone, whether you like it or not. For that reason, think through what you want your hook to look and feel like. You're setting the tone for what's to follow, and you can use this hook to create the exact impression you want and that tone. Finally, one of the biggest challenges you face is you need to convince your audience to listen to the rest of your story. If you think of your hook as the first line of your story, its primary objective is to get them to listen to the second line. I know that sounds simple and just a little bit too mundane, but it really is that simple. You have to generate and keep their interest or it failed. You want that hook to grip them immediately and tightly, where they can't let go after hearing the first part of your story and they want to hear more. Bottom line of all this, a story hook is a great way to pull the audience in. It's one of the most effective tools you have to get their attention quickly and effectively, while simultaneously making that initial connection to your audience and setting the tone for your rest of your story. That way they are completely bought in and they want to hear the rest of what you have to share. Thanks for watching.